Yes, guys, this is Nilly Lass, and here we are, guys, to talk about the Black Ops 3 perks list. These are the ones that we know that are definitely going to be within the game. So let's start off with Tier 1. This is the blue category, and we're starting off with Flak Jackie. Yep, this one's returning. I didn't think there was much doubt about that one at all, really. That's always going to help you against, like, grenades and whatnot else. So that's a bit of a helpful one, depending on what type of game mode you're on. Also returning is Blind Eye. I like to have a separate class set up for Blind Eye, just in case that someone's running some really high kill streaks and you need to chuck it on. Saves you getting picked off too easily, especially with like the mothership and whatnot else that is returning in Black Ops 3. Another one that is returning is Ghost. Now they are keeping it the same way as Black Ops 2, which I really am happy about that. I think it is the better way to do it. I don't think they should get rid of it. I do enjoy Ghost the way it is there, that you have to keep on moving, you can't just sit in a corner. I think it is a lot better. Another one is returning, well, from Advanced Warfare anyway, is Blast Suppressor. Now from my understanding, that because all your little boosts, your little jumps are not that great and what else, it's not going to be that much of a perk that you're going to want to use too much. I found with Advanced Warfare that you are doomed if you didn't use it. You really were. It's one of those things that had to go on straight away. And another one is going to be a new one. This one is Afterburner. This is a new one to Black Ops 3. It's to help with all your jumps and your sliding and whatnot else. So if you want to be able to use it a lot more frequently, you know, maybe a bit of a rusher kind of player, then this one can help you out. That's it for Tier 1. Let's move on to Tier 2. Now this is the green category. Now Scavenger's going to return. Now this has got a bit of a mixed reception with this one, because the way this one's returning is that you're going to be able to replenish on your grenades and your tacticals as well. See, a lot of people didn't like this fact, so you know, they wanted it back to the other way. So it's one of those hit or miss. I personally don't usually run Scavenger, but especially if you can replenish your grenades and what else, is probably going to be a lot more used. Another one is Hardwired. This one's returning. We all know what that was about. And then a new one, which is going to be Tracker. Now this is about digital footprints on the ground. Basically there's going to be little yellow footprints everywhere that will show up just for a certain amount of distance when someone's gone past. From my understanding though, you know, it's going to be a bit of a mess everywhere. People are rushing around too many places. Probably help out with your things like your search and destroy. Probably team deathmatch and things like that as well. Another one that's returned is Cold Blooded. We all know pretty much how that one's going to be running. That's going to be pretty much the same. Another new one though is going to be Anti-Up. Now the way this one works is you're going to start with more kill streak points. So from what I gather, it's going to be about 200 points. Now what I understand from the characters, there's one character, I think the name is Sarah, and with that one, like once you get built up, you can use double points. Now I've seen it in a couple of videos and what else, especially when they're playing on domination, that you activate it as you're capturing like the point on domination. Now especially if you kill a couple of people, if you've already started off with 200 points and you use Sarah as well, I mean, are you going to be able to run those high kill streaks and get them pretty fast? I think that's going to be a bit of a look. I don't know whether you could put the two together, but that'd be very interesting. You could. I definitely could be looking into that one. But that's going to be it for Tier 2. So let's move on to Tier 3. This is a red category. A lot of these are pretty much the same. I'm going to be honest here. Engineer, the usual kind of shebang with that one. Dead Silence is making its return. Now, Dead Silence is one of those ones. I never really used it too much in Black Ops 2. Not even... I mean, like for your search and destroy maybe and stuff like that. But I didn't even find myself running it with Team Deathmatch or nothing. The only one that I really I felt the need to be putting it on was Ghost, because there's a lot of sound whoring on that one. So it'll be interesting to see how loud the footsteps are with Black Ops 3 and whether you're going to be needing to chuck that one off. Obviously awareness to counteract that. Then you got your obviously your tac mask. That one might come in a bit more useful now, especially with this Scavenger perk. I mean, if people are replenishing on their attacks, I mean, they could be chucking them in no end, especially if you're playing hard point and domination and things like that. Also Gun Ho, I'm not really a fan of that one, I've got to be honest. Yeah, I didn't really like it on this one, so I don't know how that one's going to work. Another one also is going to be Sixth Sense. Now this is quite an interesting one. I mean, I think this one is definitely going to be used for your team deathmatch and things like that. I think this is going to be run, you know, by a fair few kind of people. Apparently, like, you get little grids on your map, and if people try and flank, as soon as they come up to a certain distance behind you, they come up with a little red arrow or something like that, and it lets you know that they're there. So that's going to be a very interesting one to implement into your setup if you wanted to, because I think, like, with team deathmatch, if you're playing a bit more slower, you know, holding it around a bit, if you're worried about people sneaking up and behind you and you always find yourself getting flanked and whatnot else, I think that this is going to be a very good go-to perk. But apart from that, that is all the perks that we know about. They are very interesting indeed, a lot of them the same, a few of them returning and whatnot else. But it's quite interesting. It's nice to see how it's going to work up. The one for me is going to be anti-up and using it with Sarah. I'm thinking that's going to be quite good. That's going to be the one for me at the moment. But let me know, you guys, on if you're happy with these perks, whether you wanted a little bit of something else or if you wanted anything changed. That'd be absolutely brilliant. Leave it in the comment section below. Contact me on Twitter and we'll have a little chat. Anyway, guys, this is going to be nearly last, and I'm going to be closing out now. Coming up on my screen in a minute is going to be my subscribe button. Please click on that and come back and check some more videos. And if you could like this video and support my channel, it'd be absolutely amazing. This is going to be nearly last, and I'll catch you later.